Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. Sunday, December 31st, and I wanted to make this video. It's going to be a bit of a rant, but I think it's important, and really it's a call to get the Bitcoin community united and to start innovating, because I've seen this story before, where Bitcoin has been kind of stagnant. It's, from a speed standpoint, costs, and so forth. It's really stagnant, and there's other cryptos, specifically like Ripple XRP, which are on the rise and have far superior technology, and I think could potentially kill Bitcoin. But let's quickly take a look at CoinMarketCap. Here, Bitcoin obviously still holding a #1 spot. It is rebounding a bit. It's around 14,000. Ripple holding that #2 spot. It took a bit of a price correction as well, but still holding above $2. But as you can see, Ripple is on the rise. It has a lot of potential, and I'm going to show you some facts today as to why the Ripple technology is far superior and why it's a big threat to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So I'm going to call out some names here of companies that some of you may be familiar with, and I think all of us know what happened to these companies. AOL, Yahoo, Netscape, Altavista, Blockbuster, Columbia House, Kodak, Borders. What do these companies have in common? Well, they never innovated, and they became irrelevant. Some of them went out of business. Some of them are still around and are now bottom feeders and barely surviving, right? If you even look at Yahoo, they're struggling to survive. They haven't been profitable for a while. They have some years they're profitable, some they're not, but they're right now the third tier search engine, Google leading the market, then Bing. And look at AOL. It was a monster in the 90s, right? And then it didn't innovate. It didn't keep up with the trends and technology, and it died. And this is something we've seen happen, and we've seen a lot of other companies where they didn't innovate. Even Toys R Us now going bankrupt, where they didn't take their business online, or they didn't involve with the technology, and they became irrelevant and went out of business. Blockbuster could have been Netflix. It would have been so easy for them to really move into the online space and continue what they were doing, which is renting movies and things like that. But they were so stuck in their, they didn't keep up with the trends, right? They didn't keep up with the technology, and they missed the boat, and now they're out of business. So I'm afraid this could happen to Bitcoin. And I know Bitcoin is holding strong, has the brand, but we're really in the infancy stages of the cryptocurrency revolution. And Bitcoin, obviously, it is the original, and it's going to have that value and that branding. But eventually, as regulations come along, as more people learn about cryptocurrencies, and it becomes more household, where people start trusting cryptos and things like that, they may opt for different cryptos versus Bitcoin, because they would understand that, wait a minute, I can't actually transact with Bitcoin because it costs too much, it's too slow, and the time to complete a transaction is taking forever now. So if Bitcoin does not innovate, it will die, and Ripple would be the killer. And let me give you the facts here, guys. This is a graphic posted by Ripple's website, showing a comparison with XRP, with the other cryptos, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, and Litecoin. And it compares speed, cost, and scalability. So Ripple leads all of them. The speed, 3.3 seconds per transaction. Cost is like 0.0004 cost per transaction. Scalability, as far as transactions per second, 1,500 compared to 16 on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin taking forever these days for transactions. So, guys, innovate or die. The Ripple technology is far superior, and Bitcoin, the community needs to come together. They need to start innovating. I don't want to see Bitcoin fail, because I believe in the mission of Bitcoin and what it is, and from an ideology standpoint. And I believe Ripple and Bitcoin can coexist, because their missions or the goals, right? Bitcoin was meant to be a currency, peer-to-peer currency. Ripple was created specifically for the banks for cross-border payments. But if Bitcoin does not innovate, I believe Ripple will continue to grow. It will get adopted by the banks, and eventually the banks are going to try to get consumers to use it. So it will then make Bitcoin irrelevant. And I understand that Bitcoin, people are saying Bitcoin's a store of value now, but how long is it going to be a store of value, especially if it doesn't innovate and it just becomes old technology, right? As the cryptocurrency market revolution grows and we get to the next phase, we had like Web 1.1, Web 2.0, Web 3.0, that type of thing. Technology evolves, and if Bitcoin does not keep up, I believe it could get destroyed by Ripple, honestly, because Ripple will be used by banks. And once again, I believe they can coexist, guys, but Bitcoin needs to catch up. And I know a lot of us, there's torn between the two because of ideologies, right? A lot of us don't like the big banks and so forth, but we can't stop banks from creating technology and Ripple from doing what it's doing. But we can keep the XRP specifically for the banks by, of course, upgrading Bitcoin to be better, where we can use it actually, and it has all these things, speed, cost, and so forth. So I don't want to see Bitcoin fail, and I believe Bitcoin and XRP can coexist. So really, the Bitcoin developers and community need to stop with these stupid forks and forking. These things undermine Bitcoin. I'm talking to you, Roger Ver. And these things are really going to break the trust of Bitcoin, because every month are we going to have a fork of someone new creating another Bitcoin version, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Silver, Bitcoin whatever, copper. It has to stop, and we need Bitcoin to be developed, so the community and developers need to come together and work together, get Bitcoin in the Lightning Network, get Bitcoin faster, cheaper, and to be able to handle more transactions so it can actually be used. Because if it's not being used, it will eventually die. And if you guys don't innovate, it will eventually die. And the killer, I'm telling you guys, it's going to be Ripple XRP, because the technology is already far superior. I gave a breakdown here. I'm going to put a link to this Ripple XRP post, which provides more details with the comparison. But as you can see here, right, we live in a world of real-time transactions and things like that online. If a video or website takes 5 seconds to load, we're out of there, right? We need faster transaction speeds. We need reduced costs. The fees are high on Bitcoin, and we need more transactions so we can, there can be more transactions for Bitcoin, and people don't have to wait forever. So I honestly, guys, we've seen this story before. Innovate or die. That's just my thoughts. It's a bit of a rant here in this video. And like I said, I believe the two can coexist because of what they were created for. Bitcoin peer-to-peer, for the people to use as a currency, digital currency, Ripple specifically for the banks. And I don't believe there's anything wrong with investing in both, because let's be honest, a lot of us are in it, including myself, to make some money. So you don't have to be torn. You can believe in both because of the nature of both, why they were created, the mission. So, but if Bitcoin doesn't innovate, Ripple will surpass it. Absolutely. Mark it on your calendar. It's not going to happen maybe next year, but it's going to happen eventually. So we'd love to hear what you guys think. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. I know this is a bit of a rant, but I'm telling you guys, we've seen the story already. As technology evolves, as time passes, if you don't innovate, you die. So if you like this video, thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel for more videos on Bitcoin, Ripple, and other cryptocurrencies, and I will talk to you guys later.